hear me, right? Can you? I don't know, you guys can answer me right now. How about, oh, this should work. This is part 15 to What If Deku was born into a fantasy world. It is the cavalry battles, or not, it's after the cavalry battles is where we left off, and I'm here to choose who goes on. So the people that go on will be, let me see, where is he?
It's not warm enough.
Oh my god. It is Scythe, the mushroom girl also, and who else was it? Tetsu. Yeah, Tetsu is also part of that. So since this, oh my god, they have to stand up as soon as I start recording. But it's whatever. I just dislike being interrupted. Or people stomping around, which I don't get why they have to stomp. But they just have to stomp. So yeah. Tetsu, didn't I say him already? I'm so dumb, I swear. Tetsu, that dude, yeah. Who passes on this team? It's gonna be a Jiro, Dupliarms, Bakugo, Momo, Deku, Todoroki, Dark Shadow, or Tokiyami, and of course Uraraka, Ida are the ones that pass. So the matchups for the first match is Momo versus, who did I say? Versus, did I put Mineta in? Or not Mineta, but Copy Cork dude? Yeah, he's also in. So it's him versus her. He can only copy quirks that are not a storing quirk or a mutant quirk. But so when the match starts, what he would do is ask around 1B the first time. So 1B members that would give him his quirk. I would say Scythe would refuse, and all that. I'll say Solid Air dude wouldn't care. He would say, yeah, sure. Tetsu would say yes to help his fellow member of Class 1B, is what he's saying. Then Tetsu's quirk. That's 1, 2. He would have got the Sand Dude's quirk. And he would have got the, what's the dude's name? And Misty. The big fist, pretty much. Giant fist. And that's a good combination with Tetsu's quirk. So yeah, so how the match should start is he would have used Misty's quirk, which if he didn't, or no, he would use Tetsu's quirk, and he would go up and try to punch Momo, but Momo would of course use her ultimate shields and all that, and he would be doing this since he can't use 2 quirks at a time. He would do this for about 3 minutes until he would back off with her shield breaking, and this time he thinks of something different. So he would use a one-time use quirk and would have turned the floor into sand, causing it to do that. He'd shut that off and then he would activate solid air, and he would have shot an air spike, I'll call it. Heather, of course, she would block, which this would be enough force to break it. Break her shield this time, and he would come in with big fists punching her. And that would let him win. That's the first fight, and he would continue on. Next fight will be Beast versus Scythe. Beast would walk in eating a piece of meat. The other dude, Scythe, would probably be, he would pull out his cork, and he would pull out his cork, and he would probably be sharpening it against each other. They will get in the ring and they'll stretch, and they'll say commence battle. Beast would, of course, got a agility type monster. And he got this info from deku explaining what monster does what. So the agility based one, he would get this, and he would be fast enough to sort of outmaneuver Scythe easily. By outmaneuvering him, he wouldn't be able to run past him, that Scythe would spin, throwing an attack, and all that while they're fighting. Wow, they're useless. But yeah. But he would do this, they would be dodging. Beast would just run towards him and start clawing again. And all that. And I would say the agility type monster he got was a one with a tail. And since he gets the features of it, the tail would sprout out in the middle of battle, and he would swing it at him. And it would be able to counteract his Scythe, but at the last moment, Scythe would jump in the air, extending his blades, or he would put his hands together, and he would pull his hands apart, saying Sonic Blade, which would cause a loud boom in the air, ringing people's eardrums, and the tail of Beast would get cut, which people would be freaked out about, but it would disappear since it's not permanent anyway. Scythe would be the winner of the battle. Next battle is, who else did I say passed? Did I say Misty passed? So it'll be Misty versus Ojiro. So Ojiro would of course have to register her little gauntlets for her test, so she would have them with the finger gloves, or just at least one of them. And they would start the battle with Ojiro sending out a big shockwave of loudness, which Misty would put her hand in front, and it would bounce off of her hand, and she would cover her ears with one other hand. She would be pushing back, but she would be using her hands to counter this. But this would go on for a while until Misty would just run up. Whenever she does this, Ojiro would have grabbed her by the wrist, the wrist and the shoulder, and you would hear a boom for a second, and this boom would indicate her tearing her muscle fragments to pieces and all that. you hear a scream, and this would be the end of this battle. So, next battle, after Misty lost, who else was it? I totally forgot. Misty, let me see. So it'd be Tokiyami versus Arms. Tokiyami wouldn't have a weapon, neither would Arms have it. So, what would happen is that Tokiyami would have used Dark Shadow, and Arms would charge. Of course, he is a close range fighter, so he would be at disadvantage than Tokiyami. And all that, but once he breaks through with his quick agility, as in the anime, in the cavalry race, you've seen him like jump really fast and run pretty fast. So, they both close enough. Dark Shadow would cover Tokiyami, blocking his assaults with his punches. And this is whenever he would have he would have covered himself in the same Dark Shadow cloak, and he would have kicked, Duke Arms in the air. Duke Arms would get sent up, with Tokiyami flapping his, winged arm sort of things upwards. And he would have knocked him out from this. Tokiyami Todoroki versus Kirishima. Kirishima would put up his best fight, since he doesn't have the hardness ability as he had whenever he had Unbreakable. As you can completely see the difference between Kirishima then later. Even his base hardening was way stronger. It looked like actual pieces of block were on him. And all that. Don't pay attention to that last slide. Don't even ask me about it. But you can totally tell the difference from his base actual transformation, and Unbreakable is way different. But yeah, so Kirishima would be running forward, covering himself, and to be hit by ice, and Unlimited Braid with ice would eventually freeze him completely. And since he's frozen, he can't really help them because his movements already limited. At least that's what I knew about his quirk. So yeah, Kirishima would lose this time. Let me see. Ida versus Lucky 13 of A1 team. Tape so clean. Yeah, it's Tape Dude. I don't know, I was thinking of his rap in the 1A verse from Rustage. Or there was other people that did it, but I see it on a Rustage channel. I did check out other people's channels before, but yeah. So, I've been losing aim. I'm better with a sniper. Was he AFK over there? But yeah. So, Ida would of course be fast, but Tape Dude would probably be good better at trivia things in battle, since he is a hunter. I think I made him a hunter, but I never included him in Deku's team. Wait, no, he's not a hunter. But, so Ida be running, and Ida can't just run around him the whole time. And the dude can use his tape pretty well. So he'll be swinging around at Ida. Eventually Ida would have to go towards him. Ida would go at his fastest pace as he can go, right there. And he would go straight at him with him swinging his tapes, grabbing against his leg. But Ida would twist around, kicking him with his other leg. That would knock him out because he got hit by his leg. From it, Ida would win. And now for the next one, it's Uraraka versus Froppy. Uraraka versus Froppy. Froppy is physically strong, but she only has a couple knockdown moves. I know she can jump around you and kick you and all that. And since Uraraka, did I give her assassin training on accident? I might have did. If she was part of the Blacklist Hunter for that moolah, man, you got this, Uraraka. So she would charge in, and instead of with her arms wide out, kind of how Bakugo fights, she would have her hands more in a judo stance, so she would be more balanced, and she would wait instead of charging. So yeah. So eventually Froppy has to go charge, but when she does, she would jump and would swing, or she can't swing on anything. That's a bad thing about quirks that rely on swinging. If you got nothing to swing on, except if you're like Spider-Man where you can pull yourself in, you're pretty much screwed. But she would jump, and of course she would go to kick her. Uraraka would grab her by the leg, grab her by the back of the head, slam her into the ground, then grab her arm, twist it, and would have took her down with that. Next one is Mina versus the laser dude, navel laser. This match would go pretty pitiful. Mina has more. She does have more speed, and I would say their damage about the same. Nothing too intense about her damage. It can hurt a lot, but her movement's definitely way better. So yeah, that's how she can win this battle, with her movement. So she would outblitz him and would came up and smack him with it. Which this is the only canon fight that I had, except of course Deku and Shinso. But that's another story. So, in this, right now, right here, right now. So what's next after this? I think that's everybody that I wanted and all that, but so now it's Deku versus Shinso of the attack leader of, or the second squad attack leader of the Blacklist Hunter squad. He is a squad member, he is the top dog, and he has a voice changer. So yeah, he'll be there, and he would have registered not a knife or anything, or I'd say they would let him carry a knife, or more like a small blade, more like the size of, if what I'm imagining what Deku's blades are supposed to look like in my head, like Fate State Knight, the two swords that I forgot his name, but it's the main characters, and the archer user. Yeah, that kind of size. Nothing too big, but nothing that small. So yeah. So he would have this, and they allow it. Shunsu would go in with a scarf, and he would go and attack him with it. Apparently, Sensho is a very quick learner, since he did learn Aizawa's style of using his scarf pretty fast. Of course, in the manga, you guys don't probably know about it unless you watched or you read a little past the anime right now. The anime is not too far away to the second sports festival. Especially, yeah, definitely not that far away. So yeah, he would charge him with a scarf. And he reacted against Deku, going around his arms and all that. And he would try to pull Deku in, but whenever he does this, Deku would just resist it with his superior physical strength. And as I was in the background saying, he's stronger than you, so you aim for his weak points. Which people look at him saying, aren't you supposed to be the teacher of 1A? He says, I also taught him how to use the scarves, since me and his quirk rely on a certain situations. So yeah. So he would charge at Deku, gonna kick him in the leg, which Deku would have went to the ground, but Shinsu would be met to the face with a kick, with Deku grabbing Shinsu's scarf, taking his scarf. As I would say, no, don't let him. And then Deku would have took it, and he would have sprouted fire, or no, he would sprouted wind everywhere, and Shinsu would have got pulled towards him, and Deku would say, wind whip, and all that. He would get smacked with it, he would cover himself, and he would take out his blade, blocking it. This is one for Deku would have pulled out his blade, and he would have started twirling it, which he would say to Shinsu, get ready with this, ready for this, and he would say twin vortex, with two vortexes coming out of it, and it would hit against him, and Shinsu would force block with his blades, 2 blades to be exact, and he would be pushed back with these, and would be shot out the ring, hitting the wall. He would have enough stamina to at least stay awake, and more strength. So he would be awake, but he would be injured. So yeah. Shinsu did pretty well in that compared to him and Canon. But after this, it would be Bakugo versus Mineta. Mineta would throw sticky balls at him, which Bakugo would be enough for some power to explode them away. Of course. So Bakugo would be doing this, exploding the balls and knocking them back. So after this is going on, Bakugo would have just dashed towards him, grabbed him, and exploded him. Next matchups are, let me see, this is a toughie. Actually, how far am I? Oh, I'm pretty far. See you guys later. See you guys later. I accidentally hit it whenever it was already hit. Goodbye.